Client reached out to us and they were having some issues with the barn and a driveway they put in recently on a project and asked us for our opinion. We came out because they asked us to and did a little emergency work on this driveway so they could drive on it again after the recent storms that had washed out almost completely. They've got a few major issues going on here that should have been looked at a little more carefully on the front end. But these are the kinds of things that are really important when you're planning and grading a project, whether driveways, a building, a house, any of these kinds of things. So right behind me, they put in a culvert pipe when they built this driveway over the creek, and it's been a day, maybe a day or two since it rained heavily here. And as you can see, this culvert is still halfway full. This was probably where the driveway washed out the worst in the storm. It was almost completely gone here. But the bottom line is this culvert is severely undersized. There's another culvert on a neighbor's property just down the hill here, and it's almost twice this size. So one of the first things we'll be doing is we'll be replacing this culvert here shortly with a much larger culvert. Over here on the side of me, there's some serious pooling going on, and this was caused because they'd stored some gravel here and never properly graded this back out, so this water has nowhere to run to. As we go up here to the barn, you'll see some other issues that are similar that we're gonna have to be addressing. Up here at the barn, there's two major issues going on. The number one issue is there's water running into the barn in the last two storms that they've had. And as you can see here on the side, and it's just as bad on the rear, the land and the natural land is rolling towards the barn, and none of that was cut out. So over here, we're gonna go 20, 30 feet out, cut out a huge swath of the land, take that dirt and use it for something else. But that'll allow them to have an area that grades away from the barn there. Generally, when you build a building, at a minimum, you want to be at least 10 feet out with the land falling away. That's almost code in most buildings, not in all situations, but in a lot of them. But in this case, they need it a lot further because there's so much land behind them that's all rolling in this direction, generating so much water. The other thing we're going to add here is an additional culvert. We're just going to take one of the ones that we're moving from down the hill and bring it up here and put it in here and get rid of some of this water that's going to collect in this area. So those two things should help this area directly around the barn. If you're starting any kind of construction project, whether it's a new building, barn, home, it's really important to plan these things on the front end, really work out the driveways and all those things on the front end. There's always a cost to it. Everybody brings that up to buy the rock, to do the grading, but it's way better on the front end than to be coming in later and doing it twice or spending more money because your building flooded. So these are the kinds of things you want to be paying attention to. If you need any help with it, we'd love to talk to you about your project.